My name is Natalie Vilter, and today we are going to make this three-dimensional peacock exotic bird. So to start with, let's go through our materials that we will need. We will need some scissors. We will need some cardboard scraps. I would highly suggest using the thicker stuff instead of the thinner stuff. However, for display, I will be showing you through this scrap of really thin cardboard. You will need some scraps of colored paper. You can use the scraps that we used for our Wayne Tybald inspired piece, or some of the scraps from our watercolor projects. So I may use some of these scraps. You will need some glue. I would suggest some heavy duty glue like tacky glue, but we'll see how Elmer's glue works with this project. You will need some crayons. I would suggest maybe some white paint, and you will also need some Sharpies, a paintbrush, and a pencil. So to start off with, we'll take our cardboard and we're going to draw a shape of a bird. Now your bird can be whatever shape you would like. I like to draw my birds kind of like a Loch Ness Monster kind of thing. So I'm going to start out with a triangle, and then maybe you'll have a little long neck, and I'll kind of extend into like a large body, and I'll give it a very round bottom. So then we would cut out this creature, and we would paint it with white paint. For sake of time and drying, I have already cut out our little white bird. So I would suggest painting both sides. So you'll paint one side and you'll have to let it dry for a little bit and then turn it over and dry the other and paint the other side. So then once you have the bird body done, you will need to make some feet. So on this other sheet of paper, I will show you how to do a foot. Actually, I'll use a scrap of paper. So it's just going to be a kind of a trapezoid shape. So we're going to draw a shape just like this. So it kind of looks like a plateau, like a large plateau, as you can see right here. And then we will cut out this shape. Now this doesn't exactly look like a bird's feet, but the shape that we're cutting out will make the bird actually stand up when we're finished. All right, so we can't just have one foot, we'll need to have two. So you'll take another sheet of paper, and if you want, you can use this one as a stencil. So let me just draw it right here. I'm gonna try to conserve as much cardboard as I can for future projects. All right, so then I will cut out this shape as well. And then once you have your two shapes cut out, I'll just show on this display, you'll want to make a little indent. So this way the cardboard for your bird body can slide right through. And you'll want to do it to both feet. So you'll cut, hopefully you can see this, you'll cut this little tiny sliver. So you'll make two indents into the cardboard, and then you'll take this little sliver out and just kind of rip it out. And then you'll want to do this to your second piece. And then you will want to paint these little things as well. So I have already done that as well. So we'll want to do paint both sides. So you can see I gave them both little indents. All right, and just to show you how they will stand, you just slide these right into the bottom of your bird, like so. And you may have to kind of make sure that they're balanced. So maybe I'll have to do this one a little over here. But as you can see, then it stands. And then this idea really has potential for other projects as well. You can make a horse with this idea. You could do a bug. You could do any type of animal you want. You could even do people. But anyway, now that we have the body done for our bird, we will want to add some fun decorations for it. So I'm going to take some scraps of paper, and we are going to draw basically like these little leaves. So I'm going to take this scrap of watercolor paper I did for a prior project, and we are just going to cut out some leaves. And we'll want to do a variety of sizes. We'll want to do some really giant ones and some really small ones, some skinny ones, and some fat ones. And then we'll want, for each one, if you would like, you can add a fun texture by cutting these little riplets. So on one side, you'll cut kind of through the leaf, as you can see, like this. And then on each side, you'll want to cut inwards towards the leaf. So you'll get this really fun kind of texture. And then to get that same idea, you'll want to flip the leaf over and do it to the other side and cut inward. So it's going in the same the same direction. And if you want to, you could kind of cut some of these ridges out, so little triangle, and you can get like a fun texture that you maybe see on a feather. Maybe I'll do that on this side too, in a few places. Maybe one more right here. See? So we have one feather done. We want to do multiple feathers. If you would like, you can take some crayons or Sharpies and you can make some fun decorations. So maybe on this one, maybe I'll do some fun polka dots. Let me move some of the stuff out of the way to make this bird really exotic. And your bird can be whatever bird you would like. Maybe you want to do a pigeon, so you want to do grays and blues and whites. Or maybe you want to do a peacock, so you can do lots of blues and greens, maybe some yellows. Maybe you want to do a flamingo bird and you want to do all pink feathers. And you'll probably want to do both sides because you're going to see these feathers on both sides of the bird. So here's another feather done. I'm going to take another piece and I'm just going to quickly cut out some more feathers. Like I said, you will want a variety of feathers, and I'm sure if you want, you can make your bird have scrawny feathers, but I would suggest making lots of feathers to make your bird really look full, I guess. Just lots of feathers. If you look at a bird, they have lots of feathers. So maybe I'll do some more decorations. I already did the riplets on this one, so maybe I will do some, just do some squiggles. I'll do this one too. Oops. I would suggest coloring your leaf before doing the ridges so you don't kind of do what I do and kind of rip your feathers. I'll add some yellows as well. And just like with the winged tybalt, we'll get like a really fun texture with the leaf. So you can see with some yellows over top of the pinks. And you can leave some feathers plain if you would like to. Let me just do a few more feathers. It's kind of addictive once you get started. Here's a really skinny one. And your leaves do not, your feathers, but your feathers are leaf shaped. Do not have to be totally asymmetrical. I don't think anything in nature is really totally mathematically perfectly symmetrical, so I would not worry if your feathers are the same way. Maybe I'll do some yellows. Now for the color scheme for my bird, I think I'm just going to do oranges, purples, and yellows. I'm trying to think of a bird that has those colors and none come to mind, but Your bird can be real or it can be made up. Maybe you want to do what if you were in the rainforest and you discover a new bird species, and this is what your new bird species would look like. All right, so I'm going, and then once we have our feathers done, we are going to decorate our bird. So we painted it white so then we can decorate it with Sharpies. However, if you would like to leave your bird brown and paint it with cardboard, my mistake, if you want to leave your bird just plain old brown cardboard and then paint over top of that, that would look really cool as well, and then decorate Sharpie over top of that. Otherwise, you could just do Sharpie over top of the brown cardboard, whatever you would like. So I'm going to first draw some eyes on my bird. I think I'm just gonna do a little white eye, and it's gonna be a little C, so you get like a little, like a twinkle in the bird's eye. I'll do it on this side too, because I think a bird has two eyes, unless maybe your bird is Cyclops. That would look pretty cool. And then you can do whatever designs you would like for your bird. I think I'm just gonna do these fun squiggles on my bird. I'm just gonna curve around, and then maybe I'll color the beak. And some birds kind of have like this little curve at the top for the nostril, and then it just goes to a triangle. So I guess on this side, you would draw like a slanted triangle like that, and then draw a little crescent over top. But you can just do a simple triangle too. You can blend your Sharpies too, so maybe I'll use this orange over top. Oh, if it doesn't really help, but oh well. Maybe I'll add a little dot for the nostril. There we go. If you want, you can give your bird some eyebrows or a mustache, maybe a bow tie, whatever you would like. And then I'll do the whatever, you can do a different design on the other side if you would like. I'm just gonna do the other side the same design as I did on the other side. I guess you could say I'm boring. I think some polka dots would be fun too. All right, and maybe with another color, I'll do some more. And the same on this side, maybe. Let me do another one right here. Maybe I'll add some simple polka dots too, because once you get started, you cannot stop. This kind of has a little bit of a folklore traditional design. I think this would be a fun project just to like set on your bedside table, or you can even use it to be a toy. You can make a whole family of these little birds. You can make a house out of cardboard for them. I think that'd be cute. You can make them all different sizes. You can have one really small one. You could do a big one, like this one. Okay, I'm gonna just do the other side really quick. While you're doing this, you can think about your day and what the best part of your day was. You can think about a funny joke your friend said. Or you could just listen to some lovely music. Or for me, I could just listen to all the cars outside. Almost done. Okay, here's our bird. Oh, and let's do a quick design on the feet. So I'm just gonna color it all orange. I think I'm gonna leave with the ridges, they kind of, if you just quickly color, it makes a fun texture. I think I'm just gonna leave it like that. I think it's a fun texture. All right, and on to the other side. Okay, now we can assemble our bird again. Oh, I didn't do the other side. My mistake. Sometimes you forget things while you're doing art. Sometimes I do a painting, I have it in my mind to fix something, and I don't think about it until a week later. Great, there we go. Our bird. So now we can take some glue, and I'm going to glue on some feathers. So we're gonna glue the feathers on each side. And you may have to hold the feathers down for a little bit. Here we go. Oh, good, Elmer's glue works. Yay! Maybe while you're in this process, you realize that maybe you need some more big flowers. So I'm gonna glue on each side. Maybe I'll kind of glue the feathers together too, to give each other support. You may have to hold it down for a little bit too. I'll use this polka dot one. Oh goodness. Like I mentioned before, you may have to hold it for a little bit. Maybe I'll do some fun feathers on top for a funky hairdo. I'll use this watercolor one that I did. Hey, it has little ears, little rabbit ears. Uh-oh, there we go. I'll lay some more feathers over top. You want to make sure that your bird, you put some feathers on each side so your bird is perfectly balanced so it does not fall. But anyway, as you keep layering, you'll have this awesome fun bird that you could play with. Anyway, but here would be the end product of your bird. Maybe I'll add a few more little feathers just to finish it off. See? But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video.